Hi, I wanted to share a few images that I just pulled from recent editions of Elle magazine and Allure magazine. And what I'd like you to think about with this paper is not about really explicitly sexist ads, but how advertisements or magazine spreads in general might have a more subtle effect on us and how we think about our bodies. Now, this isn't an advertisement spread, it's a feature of Victoria's Secret model Devin Garcia. And this is a bodysuit. Don't ask me. I don't even know what to say about that. But you can start to see a little bit of a pattern as I flip through the pictures of Garcia that are in this spread. And the same kind of photographs are not as common when we're talking about women who are not considered curvy models or women who are not women of color. And speaking of not women of color, here's my least favorite not woman of color, Kim Kardashian, at Paris Fashion Week, wearing some braids that I don't even think are her real hair. So, of course, people were irate about Kim appropriating this particular hairstyle. The Kardashians are infamous for cultural appropriation. And here we have another example of how she plays with, I guess, what she considers avant garde ideas of beauty by borrowing from African American culture. The next thing to show you here is the short directions for the paper, which you can find on Blackboard. And you can use Jean Kilbourne to talk about these as advertisements, or you can use Patricia Hill Collins, who we'll read a little bit later, or Kimberly Crenshaw to talk about how these particular ads might convey messages about race and gender at the same time. So, sorry, this is not the right paper. And I'm trying to get back to my images. Bear with me for a second. They've hidden from me. All right. So, in terms of advertisements, this is a little bit mysterious to me. This image obviously is for a moisturizer from a line of skincare products from a man called Peter Thomas Roth. And we should assume that this handsome man is Peter Thomas Roth. But consider a few things about this image. First of all, are women supposed to look at this image and think, oh, I could meet a guy like this if my face skin was plump enough? Should I go spend $50 to $100 to hydrate and plump up my skin? Because of this plumping thing. And how often do we look in a magazine and see a woman wearing a plain t-shirt and jeans, looking very casual and hairy, and not wearing any makeup or possibly not prepped at all? The very weird thing to me about this ad is I guess that's an image of Peter Thomas Roth, but look at this video of Peter Thomas Roth.
Hi, I'm Peter Thomas Roth, and this is my brand, Peter Thomas Roth Clinical Skincare. I live in Manhattan. I grew up in...
Okay, so let me just show you that once again. So I think it's the same guy, but I'm getting a totally different vibe from him right about now.
Hi, I'm Peter Thomas Roth, and this is my brand, Peter Thomas Roth Clinical Skincare. I live in Manhattan. I grew up in Manhattan. I'm married to my wife Noreen, who works here in the company side by side. We have two boys, one in high school, one in middle school. My father grew up in two hotels in Hungary. One was in Torna, Hungary, and one was on Lake Balaton. And his parents had two hotels where they had thermal springs. When you dig down, you get thermal spring water, and it comes up and
Okay, blah, blah, blah. So he is married and he has two boys, which is all very nice. And we're hearing his entire life story so that we'll buy this expensive stuff. But this ad in a woman's magazine is selling Peter Thomas Roth skincare and possibly Peter Thomas Roth really differently. And I would like to know what you think you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to react when you see this guy who must be a really photoshopped version of Peter Thomas Roth. Here is a supposedly a quote: "Drench your skin with a liquid cloud of rich moisture for a gorgeous dewy glow. My glow serum has blah 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 blah." So is like the fantasy of the advertisement that we'll get this somewhat attractive man if we drench our skin with a liquid cloud of rich moisture? Because that's not really what Peter Thomas Roth looks like. I don't know. Um, I'll just leave it at very different standards of beauty for men and women for the moment. Now, sorry, you can see my whole messy desktop. Um, this advertisement I kept seeing, and the print bothers me as much as the image of the woman. Hair goals now within reach. I'm supposed to have weight goals, like summer bikini goals, plump skin goals, and now hair goals too. The concept of beauty as something that you have to like set goals toward and fight for or work for or pay for billions of dollars is a little bit annoying to me. That's not a feminist critique, but I'm curious of what you'll make of it. But the other thing to consider is this woman looking at me like, "Ha, I'm flapping my big ponytail at you because I met my hair goals and you can't because your hair is never going to take over the world like this hair is about to." I don't, it's somewhere between I Dream of Jeannie and, a horse mane that's going to whack you across the face. Certainly it's pretty hair, but I kind of wonder if it's real and that's all her hair. And why is her hair doing that? And what are my hair goals supposed to be? I honestly don't know the answer to these questions. So I look forward to what you all have to say as you tell me the story of my hair goals or her hair goals and how it's supposed to make us feel. Now, this is pretty classic stuff that Jean Kilbourne warns us about. I'm not sure if this woman's wearing a shirt. She looks dead. She's pretty emaciated. She's either dead or really high. And in the background of the rest of this picture, it's a double page shot. It's almost like she fell into the Grand Canyon. So here we have this maybe heroin chic or dead woman chic example of the super skinny model. So choose one of these images. You can either choose Kim Kardashian or you can choose Devin Garcia. You can choose this or hair goals or Peter Thomas Roth and write your own feminist critique of and explanation of what this advertisement is doing. If you have any questions, just let me know and have a great day.